All right, boys, we're here with break number 494. It is a two-box Bowman 2022 Jumbos. And the team list is on the left, 15 spotter. Pick your team, random team. So the way that works, essentially you pick a team, and then you get a random team. And typically, in stuff like Bowman, I lock a couple teams because some of them have a little bit more value than others. Naturally, especially some of the big teams. Otherwise, everyone would just pick the big teams, and then you would have people sitting around like, I'm not going to pay the same amount of price for a lesser team than a big team, and then get stuck with a crappy team. So, Cal Ripken Jr. Project 2020 Ben Baller Edition. Give a nice rub on the two boxes. We opened quite a bit of Bowman 2022. It does gonna have 3 autographs in the jumbos. Hopefully some nice color in there. It's gonna have firsts of obviously the players. This edition has Wander Franco's paper rookie, which was a big thing whenever it came out. Not so much a huge thing anymore, but the Rays are still very valuable because of a guy named Curtis Mead that's kind of come to the forefront in their farm system. Has been playing very well. Good luck to everybody in the break. Sorry, I didn't mean to take the pack off the table. The knife had fallen at some point in time, so I picked it up because I was stepping on it. All right, starts off, we got Henry Davis, Malcolm Nunez, Genovis, Hernandez, Guzman, Jeter Downs, Angeles, Rodriguez, Cavadas, PCA, Harper, Tatis Jr., Springer, Correa, Merrifield, Vierling, Bays, Kowar, Lindor, Gallo, Altuve, Blackman, Dahlbeck, Garcia, Otto Lopez. We're going to have Jackson Kowar in the Rookie of the Year favorites, D.L. Hall, Raquelvin De Castro, have Penango, Ranier Quintero, Jonathan Clase, and then we got Roberto Campos, 16 out of 125 on the teal. Starting us off going to the Tigers, the last picked team, I believe, going to Thomas Fust. Maybe it was the second to last team, but picking up the Tigers. So that is the first pack. Let's get into the second one here. We got Zawinski, who's also his rookie cards in update. Valero, Valera, Ramirez, and Quinton. Marte, Pastrano, Nick Gonzalez, Clase. We have Dauri Lorenzo. 217 out of 399 going to the Stros. On the paper, the Astros belong to Michael Becker. Sheets, Yepez, Cabrera, Hayes, Arozarena, Manning, Welker, Detmers, Cruz, Acuna Jr., Stanton, Arenado, Bellinger, and Votto. We're going to have Colton Cowser, Blaze Jordan, Robert Hassel, Cooper Kinney, Malcolm Nunez, Junior Sanchez, Minier, and Velasquez. On the Chromes, got Cabrera, Lewis, Bobby Witt Jr., Hendrick, Garcia, Mayer, Watson, Penango, Bernabel, Batty, Ramirez, Pujols, Chisholm Jr., Soler, Marte, Alvarez, Berger, Winker, Bichette, Rizzo, Machado, Park, Raleigh, and Lopez. We have Poe Mayers on the vibrations. We have our first autograph, and it's going to the Reds. Michael Triana, 23 out of 499 on the refractor. And they were one of the locked teams with Ellie De La Cruz, and this is going to Kevin Britton, who has been red hot lately, which is nice. It's the karma in the world. It's his, unfortunately, if anybody doesn't know, and he had it on Facebook, so if you're not friends with him, you probably didn't know, he got his tire shop as well as some of his vehicles got absolutely demolished by a tornado. We got Mayer, Yoelqui Cespedes, Torkelson, Lizarraga, Cartier, and Rodriguez. So even though Mother Nature was a complete bitch to him, the card gods have been very, very good to him since. So, got Crutchman, Darren Baker, Sugastay, Soderstrom, Machado, Frelick, Salinas, J-Rob, Pacheco, Veen, Seager, Nootbaar, De La Cruz, Brujan, Wander Franco, India, Harper, Soto, Semien, Beard, Duran, Muller, Strider, and Otani. We have Vidal Brujan, Rookie of the Year favorites. And for the Dodgers, we got Eddie's Leonard going to Rob Gervin and the Dodgers. Nick Gonzalez for the Pirates, Luis Rodriguez, Benny Montgomery, Luis Gonzalez, Alvin Guzman, and we're going to have Eduardo Lopez for the Red Sox. It's going to be a 79 out of 250 on the Purple Ray Wave going to Mike Zaror. You don't complain about dealing with poopy diapers at nighttime, and he's dealing with a whole other thing. So definitely more serious issues than what I was dealing with. Got Lopez, Campos, Benny Montgomery, Lorenzo, Rodriguez, Wood, Serta, Guzman, Torkelson, Tatis Jr., Springer, Correa, Merrifield, Vierling, Bays, Kowar, Martinez, Lindor, Gallo, Altuve, Blackman, Dahlbeck, Garcia. We have Khalil Watson, Henry Davis, and Brendan Davis, Harry Ford, Hedbert Perez, Jordan Walker, Muzziotti, and Machado. Still on box number 1 here. Got Vera, Panetta, Will Wagner, Martin, Yarba, Luciano, Walker, Davis, Noel, Waddle, Sheets, Yepez, Cabrera, Hayes, Rosarena, Manning, Welker, Ramirez, Lopez, Detmers, Cruz, Acuna Jr., Stanton, Arenado, and Bellinger. We got Jordan Walker on the vibrations. Kierstad, Jason Dominguez. Behind J-Dom is Vargas. We have Ellie De La Cruz, Warming Bernabel, and Curtis Mead on the first. Obviously, all the first get toppled anyway. We'll sleeve these 3 bigger guys during the break. We have Rafaela, Aguilar, Abrams, Labrada, Montero, Harris, Martin Jr., Salas, Tatis, Muzz, Aaron Judge, Ashby, Williams, Velade, Gill, Cabrera, Abreu, Ryan Gray, Castro, Wong, Lowe, and Nelson Cruz. We got Cal Raleigh on the Rookie of the Year favorites. And Benny Montgomery. Got Albert Pujols on the paper for the Dodgers. 273 out of 499 on the sky blue paper. You have a Roberto Campos teal out of 125 chrome. We have Yoelqui Cespedes, Mayer. Have Kowser, Jose Rodriguez, Norge Vera, and Jackson Churio, who does not have an autograph. I'm curious if he's going to have an autograph in chrome. Yeah, there was an out of 25 Herbie in the Origins break. Not autograph, but parallel. We got Lizarraga, Ford, Quintero, Mauricio, Rodriguez, Acosta, Sanchez, Vargas, Bailey, Garrett Mitchell, Betts, Kim, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., DeGrom, Adele, Molina, Scherzer, Bryant, Donaldson, Kelnick, Cole, Barrio, and Freeman. We're going to have Gabriel Arias on the Invicta. One of the Guardians. Then we're going to have another Guardians hit. It's going to be the John Kenzie Noel going to the Guardians. Well, the Brewers, $500 a box. Actually, if you want the Brewers, you got to buy the whole box. I wonder if he'll be HTA only. We have Semyon Woods Richardson, Jordan Lawler, Ed Howard, Denzer Guzman, PA, and Verdugo. Hassel, Laura, Diaz, Dominguez, Cowser, Amador, Kinney, P8, Cespedes, Cartaya, Seager, Newtbar, De La Cruz, Brujan, Franco, India, Soto, Semien, Beer, Duran, Muller, Strider, Otani, and JD Martinez. We got Luis Rodriguez on the vibrations, Carlos Colmenares, Reed Detmers. Behind Detmers is going to be Edgar Chiro, Serta, Triana, Pacheco, and Benjamin Bailey. It's actually funny, you know, I pulled the 101 black out of Topps or out of Bowman Chrome 2021. Forget who got it in the group, but that was actually from a shop in South Dakota. We got Minier, Dominguez, Triana. It was a HTA. Cunha, Cerny, Rincones, Hernaz, Jimenez, Mendez, Taylor, Baez, Madrigal, Chapman, Carlson, Goldschmidt, Bohm, Trout, Robert, Yelich, Lewis, Ryu, Vaughn, Bogarts, Alonzo. We have Joe Ryan, Spencer Torkelson, have Meyer, Paguero, Pedro Pineda, Matos, Pastrano, and Eduardo Lopez. Can't remember what the shop's called. I don't know. I called them on the phone and they're like, "We normally don't sell stuff over the internet." And I was like, "Bro, you guys have like half a case there that you've had forever." I was like, "Just sell it to me." I was like, there used to be a dude in a group. His name is damn, I don't know. He left. He stopped being in cards. I can't remember what his name was right this minute. I have to look it up. We have Jordan, Rodriguez, Polanco, Baez, Lawler, and he was like the shop by my house, or the shop that's like an hour away from him. And he said he needed to drive to the shop, and he was going to go there to pick something up, and he was like, "They got a bunch of Bowman Chrome here. You should call him and see if he'll sell it to you." We got Roismir Quintana, Leon, Velasquez, Perez, Gonzalez, Mountcastle, Judge, Ashby, Williams, Velade, Gill, Cabrera, Benintendi, Ryan, Gray, Castro, Wong, Lowe. We have Nelson Cruz. There's Shaylin Polanco on the Invicta. I mean, there's not many LCSs, period, anymore places, to be honest. I mean, there's a bunch in the Midwest, I guess, in like Minnesota and Indiana and stuff. We got Bobby Witt Jr., Shaylin Polanco, Pedro Leon, Yarba, Salinas, and Ian Lewis. Trey Sweeney, Chiro, Lopez, Alvarez, Vera, Valenzuela, Vivas, Prasado, Vargas, Meade, Abreu, Betts, Kim, Guerrero Jr., Adele, Molina, DeGrom, Scherzer, Bryant, Donaldson, Kelnick, Cole, Barrio, and Freeman. We're going to have Blaze Jordan on the vibrations, Jason Dominguez on the high five futures, Matthew Libator for the Cardinals, Christian Hernandez, Wilman Diaz, Carlos Aguilar, San Quentin, and Peyton Wilson. That's going to wrap up the first box. Honestly, for me personally, as somebody that that does prospecting and is part of his collection, I personally think that John Kenzie Noel is a good pickup. I think he's a lot of power. It seems that the Guardians are okay playing young guys in their organization in Major League Baseball sooner than later. And I do think they probably need a power first baseman. Obviously, he's not going to get to play third base with Jose Ramirez signing a long-term deal, but he plays on the corners. They don't really have a big power guy in the corner right now at first base. So I think he's a guy that could work his way up in the organization and be part of their team. But he has a lot of pop for a young guy. Yeah, Rafaela, Aguilar, Abrams, Ramirez, San Quintin, Marte, Pastrano, Gonzalez, Clase, Hendrick. I don't know who got the Guardians. The Guardians were Rob Gervin. So I think that John Kenzie Noel is a long-term hold at 19 years old. We got Rosarena, Manning, Welker, Ramirez, Pujols, Chisholm Jr., Soler, Arenado, Bellinger, Votto, Bichette, Rizzo, Machado, and Hoy Park. We got Luis Gil and Larry Ernesto going to the Brewers. And John Cullison. The Brewers are one of those teams I thought about locking, but then they don't really have a lot of autograph appeal. It's just Churio, so if you're not getting a Churio parallel, they're not really a huge pickup. I mean, they're still, but Churio sells his base sells even for a lot. We got Alvarez, Christian Hernandez. I mean, he has nasty numbers. Wilman Diaz, Garcia, Campos, and Lorenzo. But that was probably the one. There's a couple teams that are borderline, but if I lock all those teams, and there's no teams left to pick, so it's kind of like a lose-lose sometimes. Lizarraga, Ford, Quintero, Garcia, Mayer, Watson. I'm just happy no one picked the Phillies. Panango, Bernabel, and Abadie. We got Eduardo Lopez, 62 out of 299, going to the Red Sox. On the fuchsia paper. Marte, Alvarez, Marsh, Berger, Winker, Baez, Madrigal, Raleigh, Lopez, Trout, Robert, Yelich, Lewis, and Ryu. Bobby Witt Jr. Martinez. Tristan Casas, Luis Rodriguez, Benny Montgomery, Andre Lara, Artiga, and we're going to have an Adley Rutschman. That's going to be an 18 out of 99 green mini diamonds. The Orioles belong to John Cullison. This little Adley prospect. Hassel, Lara, Diaz, Acuna, Cerny, Rincones, Hernaz, Jimenez, Mendez, Taylor, Matt Chapman, Carlson, Goldschmidt, Bohm, Mountcastle, Judge, Ashby, Williams, Vaughn, Bogarts, Alonso, Benintendi, Ryan, Gray, and Castro. We're going to have Kevin Alcantar, Riley Green, Harry Ford, Hedbert Perez, Roismar Quintana, Jose Rodriguez, and Norge Vera. Benny Montgomery, Vera, Pineda, Alduy, De La Cruz, Ramos, Matos, Alcantara, Churio, Paguero, Marte, Alvarez, Marsh, Berger, Winker, Baez, Madrigal, Chapman, Trout, Robert, Yelich, Lewis, Ryu, Vaughn, Bogarts. We're going to have Brandon Marsh on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Oswald Peraza going to the Yankees at number 81 there. We get Edward Chiro, Alan Cerda, George Valera, Jay Allen, and Jorge Salas. I have to mention that there is two other baseball breaks up as well as a football break. Baseball break's like a big pick your team mixer. The other one's a value random teams mixer. And then obviously the football break's a full case of Panini Black. We got Wagner, Leonard, Gonzalez, Artiga, Hernandez, Martinez, Ed Howard, Wilson, Casas, Sosa, Carlson, Goldschmidt, Bohm, Mountcastle, Judge, Ashby, Williams, Alonso, Benintendi, Ryan, Gray, Castro, Wong, and Lowe. Got Benny Montgomery on the Bowman in 3D. Bobby Witt Jr. High Five Futures. Alexander Vargas for the Yankees. DeCastro for the Blue Jays. We're going to have Panango. Urbina. We got Taylor. And we got Nick Gonzalez. And that's going to be a 151 out of 299 on the Speckle. Going to the Pirates. We're not going to put him up because we should have another autograph here in a second. We got Nolasco, Frazier, Muncy, Labrada, Montero, Harris, Martin Jr., Salas, Tatis, Mazziotti, Velade, Gil, Cabrera, Abreu, Betts, Kim, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., DeGrom, Cruz, Scherzer, Bryant, Donaldson, Kelnick, Cole. We're going to have Spencer Torkelson, Vibrations, and we have a Daryl Hernandez, 33 out of 299, going to John Cullison and the Orioles. Maximo Acosta, Cooper Kinney, Malcolm Nunez, PCA, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Luca Tresh. Going to the Royals. We got Polanco, Trey Sweeney, Chiro, J-Rod, Pacheco, Veen, Lorenzo, Rodriguez, James Wood. Then we're going to have a 19 out of 199 purple paper variation. Or short print, whatever you want to call it. Going to the Marlins. And Dave Klosick. Bryce Harper, Tatis Jr., Springer, Correa, Merrifield, Vierling, Bays, Strider, Otani, Martinez, Lindor, Gallo, Altuve, and Blackman. Got Gavin Sheets on the Rookie of the Year favorite, Joaquin Cespedes, High Five Futures. Xavier Edwards for the Rays. Francisco Alvarez, Tristan Casas, Hendry Mendez, Darryl Lopez, and Nico Cavadas. Lopez, Rutschman, Baker, Serta, Guzman, Torkelson, Verdugo, Martin, Yarba, Luciano, Cowar, Sheets, Yepez, Cabrera, Hayes, Arozarena, Dahlbeck, Garcia, Lopez, Detmers, Cruz, Acuna Jr., Stanton. We're going to have an autograph here, so I'm going to pull the stack from behind that Invicta card. We got Tyler Freeman, Mayer, Mekhi Backstrom, Bello, Robbie Martin. All right, so we're going to have a gold shimmer. It's going to be a New York Yankee, and it's Randy Vasquez. We had Martinez on the Invicta. It's 10 out of 50. Randy Vasquez going to the Yankees, and Greg Wolf on the gold shimmer. I don't know anything about Vasquez. I don't even know if he's old. I don't know if he's young. Born in 98, so I don't know what that puts him at age-wise. Does that put him at 24? It looks like he has decent numbers in 2021, so he's apparently a late bloomer, is what they put on the back of his card, so I don't know how. I don't know anything about him, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to even try to front and try to pretend that I do. Nonetheless, it's a gold shimmer, and gold shimmer first still have value. It's gonna be the kid there's like a super young kid in the Rays organization or not the Rays, the Reds organization that's like I think they said he's 17. So I think he's going to be a chase. I think it's the Rays organization that he's in. Obviously, Jackson Churrio's autograph for sure. There's a few other young kids that are international signings that I think will have cards. I think that the checklist hasn't come out. That's it. It's the Nats. It's not the Reds. The Nats have the 16, 17-year-old kid that's supposed to be, like, super nasty. Sugastay, Lopez, Campos. He's supposed to be like Jason Dominguez type of chase. Walker, Davis, Noel. I don't know how true that is. Waddle, Brady Allen, Bello, Urbina. That's just the rumors I've heard. Yeah, that's it. Christian Vachiro, Manning, Welker, Vachiro, Pujols, Chisholm Jr., Soler, Bellinger, Votto, Bichette, Rizzo, Machado, Park, Raleigh, Lopez. We have Benny Montgomery, Brennan Davis, have Jaron Duran, Jordan Lawler, Ed Howard, Reginald Prasado, Acuna, and Alexander Ramirez. I know they were trying to get Leiter to sign, but I don't think he did. We got Escato, Colson Montgomery, DeCastro, Mauricio, Rodriguez, Acosta, Sanchez, Vargas, Bailey, Mitchell, Adele, Molina, Seager, Nootbaar, De La Cruz, Brujan, Barrio, Freeman, Soto, Semien, Beer, Duran, and Muller. We have Matt Manning on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Matos. We have J-Ram, 73 out of 150 on the blue paper. One of the Guardians. And Rob Gervin. Heliot Ramos. Yoelqui Cespedes. Torkelson, Amador, Henry Davis, and Khalil Watson. Kumar Rocker will not be in it. He's going to probably be in draft because he was redrafted, remember? He's definitely not going to be in Chrome. He was redrafted in 2022. So he should be in 2022 draft. Got Roa, Ramos, Thompson, Dominguez, Cowser, Amador, Kinney, PA, Cespedes, Cartaya, Franco, India, Harper, Tatis Jr., Springer, Carrera, Merrifield, Strider, Otani, Martinez, Lindor, Gallo, Altuve, and Blackman. We have Hedbert Perez in the Invicta, Alec Thomas, Leover Paguero, Pineda. We have Colson Montgomery, James Wood, and Trey Sweeney. None of the guys that were drafted will have cards in Chrome, no. They'll be in 2022 draft. The guys in Chrome are normally either international players or guys that are older. Obviously, some rookies. Like it, honestly, I know people were complaining about the price point on the Topps Chrome, or the Bowman Chrome. But there's a good chance, and I don't know if it'll be the case, that guys like Julio Rodriguez and Bobby Witt Jr. have rookie autographs in it. If that's the case, on top of some of the first, the boxes are going to shoot up to like $400+. That's the only problem. Is everyone's saying, oh, they're starting high at like the $350? There's a chance it could be $400, $500 boxes if they have all these guys in it, just from demand. We have Backstrom, Allen, but we don't have a checklist, so we don't know. We got Tresh, Hernandez. Just don't be surprised if it ends up being like a $450 box, even though it's pre-selling for $350 right now. Guzman, it could go the other way too, but it's not going to go below. It's not going to be less than $200 like it was on Topps website last year, because the direct price is the direct price is, I think, $198 or $197 if you have a Topps account, and then from a distributor it's like anywhere from $208 to like $220. So it's not going to go really below that like $250 price point more than likely. We got Jeter, Downs, Angeles, Rodriguez, Cavadis, PCA, Vierling, Bays, Cowart, Sheets, Yepez, Cabrera, Hayes, Dahlbeck, Garcia, Lopez, Detmers, Cruz, Acuna Jr., Stanton. We're going to have Jordan Lawler, Brady House, Zach Veen. The thing is if Topps and Panini charge more to like somebody like me that owns it, that's going to be owning an LCS or whatever, I mean, you're not going to find it then cheaper than whatever that price is because people have to make money. Like, there's overhead. We have Shailen Polanco, Pedro Leon, Martinez, Joshua Baez, and Robert Dominguez to wrap us up. I think draft is already backed up to next year. Normally it comes out in December. I think it's already backed up to the end of January, to be honest. Let's get into the hits in this break. We're going to have Jose Ramirez, 73 out of 150 on the blue paper, going to the Guardians, and Rob Gervin. Albert Pujols, 273 out of 499 on the sky blue paper, going to the Dodgers, and Robert Gervin. We're going to have Ian Lewis on the 19 out of 199 short print purple paper. That's going to the Marlins and Dave Klosick. We're going to have Nick Gonzalez, 151 out of 299 on the speckle, going to Dave Klosick. Eduardo Lopez is going to be 62 out of 299 on the fuchsia paper, going to Mike Zurar. Let's get into the non-autographs. We're going to have Dari Lorenzo, 217 out of 399 on the lime green paper, going to the Astros, and Michael Becker. We have Roberto Campos, 16 out of 125 on the teal, going to Thomas Fust. Then we have Eduardo Lopez, 79 out of 250 on the purple lava, and that's going to go to Mike Zurar. And then we have a 18 out of 99 prospect, Adley Rutschman, where he's somewhere in a good old number 96. And that's going to the Orioles and John Cullison. Into the autographs going to John Cullison as well. We got Larry Ernesto for the Brewers. And we have Eddie's Leonard for the Dodgers, going to Rob Gervin. John Kenzie Noel for the Guardians, also going to Rob Gervin, getting 2 bases right there. Then we're going to have Daryl Hernandez. Not really sure how you say his name. I haven't really found any announcers that say his name one way or another. I'm going to go with Hernandez for right now, but it could be Hernandez. We have 33 out of 299 going to the Orioles. If anybody knows the proper name of this guy, let me know. And that is going to John Cullison. We have Michael Triana, 23 out of 499 going to the Reds. And that's Kevin Britton. And then we're going to have the gold shimmer, 10 out of 50, Randy Vasquez, going to the Yankees, and Greg Wolf. I appreciate you guys in the break, and that's the recap. For everybody that hit, congratulations. For everybody that did better luck next time. I'll probably post something Bowman tomorrow. I'm probably going to go back to 2020 and probably Bowman 2020 and 2020 Bowman draft. I thought that was a pretty decent 15-boxer. Maybe I can do it. It's a little bit harder whenever I could try to do like a bigger mixer, like 2 boxes of each and pick your team, but I don't know if we'll fill a pick your team with 30. Hernandez? Maybe. Yeah, it could be Hernandez. But we'll see tomorrow what I have. I could maybe do a 4-boxer, like 2 draft, 2 and 2 2020. It's gonna be a little pricey though. That's my only concern. If I do it, even if I do a pick your team with those boxes, because they're so expensive. But like I said, I appreciate you guys getting in the break tonight. You guys have a good night and be safe. Check out the other breaks that we have up. Let's get those filled as well so we can break them tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow on Veterans Day.